Thrift store number one, friends. We are going to the Goodwill outlet, and this was an amazing Goodwill outlet day. As soon as I got into the Goodwill outlet, like my cart was already full. It was great, you guys. Within like 20 minutes. So first up, I found these Pam and Gila. I never know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but I've sold this brand a couple times over the years. These were 100% silk. This brand is so hit or miss for me. The retail value can be quite expensive for this brand, and then the resell not always there. But these 100% silk pants, I found sold comps all over the place, you guys. I literally found one for 50 and then one for 250. So we shall see. I did wash these on Gentle, and I'm actually going to list them today. So I will keep you. But look at my cart, you guys. Look at my cart. This is after 30 minutes. I am going to have a huge haul coming for you guys. I don't film every single thing at the Goodwill outlet because I feel like that could be a little boring. Mom is here with me. I'm telling her to say hi. And she's like, "Are you filming me?" I'm like, "Yes, girl, I'm filming you." So in a minute, I'm going to show you what Mom finds. It's always cute to see what she finds because she'll find something and be like, "Oh, this looks so good." And it's like something from Kmart. But she actually did all right this day. I found a ton of these leggings from this boutique brand that I did end up picking up. Like literally, I don't know if this brand closed or something, but I literally found like 60 of these leggings. And I actually already have sold 10. The brand is Zoe, never heard of it, but boutique brand. And I found a ton of it new with tags. So let's see what Mom found. First up, she found this really cute little coat from, I think it's like First Impressions. It's a cute little like girl's faux fur coat. It is so soft and it's hooded and it has like an interior, not fur. What's the word I'm looking for? Shearling kind of vibe. It's just really cute. I picked that up. I know it doesn't retail for a lot, but my consignment store is always looking for children's clothing. And if they don't take it, my local women's shelter always needs children's clothing. And you can see the other two things she brought, I threw back. And then I did end up taking this top because it ended up being, I think it was silk. Banana Republic, and it was silk. So I picked that up. Banana Republic, J. Crew, all just bread and butter brands for me. I very rarely pass on them, and especially, you guys know I'm a sucker for silk. I love the way it feels, and I love the way it sells. So I almost always pick it up, you guys. So actually, she didn't do too bad. 2 out of 4, that's better than when she usually picks me stuff. But you know what? I appreciate the effort. At least she tries to help. Like, she solely came to the Goodwill outlet to help me source. She didn't even get anything for herself. So if she brings me even 2 items every hour, hey, I'll take it. It's 2 more that I didn't get myself. So this was a great bins day. I haven't had a Goodwill outlet day like this, you guys, in like a year. I don't know. I say that every Goodwill outlet trip, and then I'm like, the other one tops another one. It's just been really good these last couple months. I loved selling J. Jill, another bread and butter brand for me. I've never found a piece like this from J. Jill. Like, it was a padded tank top. I've never found anything from J. Jill that had any padding. It's interesting, but I put that back because it did have a lot of wear. It was really faded and it had a lot of stains. So I decided to pass on that. So stay tuned for the thrift haul from this Goodwill outlet because I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. So on this day, I ended up getting close to 100 items. I will say, I can't remember the last time at the Goodwill outlet I've purchased so much. I've just really been having luck. So I don't get to go to the Goodwill outlet often, but lately when I go, it's been awesome. Thrift store number 2. I never used to do this, you guys. And if I can give you one thrifting tip that I really think you should try out is going to the new racks when they bring them out. I never used to do it because people would crowd it. You guys know, only child problems. I like my personal space, but I find so many good items in the new racks, and I've always heard resellers say that. I was like, it can't make that big of a difference. And then one day I did it, and I ended up finding 2 Gucci skirts. You guys, the first time I did it, I'll never forget that day. It was awesome. So if I can give you a little piece of thrifting reseller advice, check the new racks, you guys, because they're not picked over. If you don't live in an area where they don't like rush the new racks like my area does. I got lucky at this thrift store. You can just be the first one to see fresh stuff before it hits the floor, and it's great. And my stores are really good about announcing it, which is good and bad because they'll say on the loudspeaker, we have 2 new racks coming out, but then people rush it. But I mean, my stores we just have so much. Look at how big this rack is. That Knox Rose piece I would have picked up if it was in better condition. And I really only do well selling Knox Rose if it is in plus size. There used to be the myth out there that Knox Rose was discontinued, but why am I finding it so often? Does Target still sell Knox Rose or not? Does anybody know? I don't go to Target enough to know that. So if anybody would care to tell us. Oh, blank NYC. This used to be a brand like 7 years ago that I would love to find. It's really fallen off a cliff. I very rarely pick it up unless it is in perfect condition or if it's new with the tags. It just sits so long for me. And I really liked that tie-dye piece, but I decided to pass on that. Most of my dresses at thrift stores are $10 and up. That's pretty normal for my thrift stores. So I ended up getting a couple things off this rack that you will see in an upcoming thrift haul. But look at how big this rack is. A ton of bread and butter, lots of dresses, Ann Taylor, Chico's. You saw the Knox Rose piece. What are those pants I just passed? Turns out those pants were like Forever 21, you guys. Thrift store number 3. So let's start in the tops. I was trying to figure out what this t-shirt was because it was really cute and I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't see the brand or anything, you guys. This store is really organized. They actually, they put things where they belong in sections, and they actually color code their sections, which is really cool. Yeah, so White Fox, this is a brand I don't find often. It did have some loose strings and a little bit of pulling, but I don't know that I've ever sold that brand. I just decided to pass on it for condition. This Maeve top, I really liked the colors. Maeve is sold at Anthropologie, retails for quite a bit. I looked up that shirt. I think it retailed, it's something crazy, you guys, like $90. And the resale value for me is just not there, and it's kind of oversaturated. So I decided to pass on that. There were a ton of Madewell t-shirts in a size medium. I think this must have been from one person. I'm only showing you 2, but I ended up finding 5 more in the same size. So I'm assuming, like I said, must be from the same person, but they were all really, oh, this one's an extra small, but I ended up finding 5 more mediums. They were really stretched out and kind of faded, but I just decided to pass because I was like, they're just so faded and stretched out. Madewell used to be a good bread and butter for me, and now they can just take a little longer to sell. But if you can find the right Madewell piece, I would say pieces that are super recent, like the ones I find that are within the last 3 years and are really good condition, I do pretty well with. But a basic t-shirt like I just showed you, not the best. This store is huge. Actually, honestly, it's not that big. They jam pack a lot of stuff in a kind of small space. Oh, Zara. Zara is so tricky, you guys. I would just say if you're thinking about picking up Zara, check comps. You can find a Zara piece that retails for a couple $100 that was a super popular sold out piece that you can resell for almost close to retail if it's a popular piece that everyone wanted. And then you can find a basic Zara dress like that one I just showed you that sits for an eternity. Columbia has always and still is a bread and butter for me, but I tend to stick to the sweaters, the sweatshirts, and especially the coats. I do really well selling their what do you call it? Performance athletic coats, for fishing and winter wear and things like that. But basic t-shirts, not so much, unless they are new with the tags. Look, you see the rows in this store is just jam-packed. This Sundance coat they had marked at $10. I probably should have picked that up, you guys. I'm getting mad now. Why did I not buy that? Here's a Madewell piece I was thinking about picking up. I liked the fringe. It was a little bit oversized. and it was actually in good condition. I just needed to lint roll it. I did end up picking up this top. I usually take my stuff off the hangers. Don't worry. I take the hangers with me to the cash register. The cashiers are so grateful that I do that, you guys. It just saves them so much time. I did end up finding this super down dress. It's an extra small, but it actually has really good comps. I found one just like this that sold for $35, and on this day, blue tags were $2. So I definitely picked that up. Even though it's a smaller size, the sell-through rate and the comps are there. Found this Essentials Fear of God sweatshirt. They had this tagged as kids, and I thought I was going to get super lucky when I got to the cash register, and then the manager was like, this is not kids. This should not be $3. I was like, dang it. So she ended up charging me, I think it was like $6, which is not bad. This retails, what was the retail I found on this? Like $80 for a sweatshirt, you guys. I do really well selling that brand. And then look, right next to it, a marine layer top. And this one was blue, so it was $2, and it's 100% cotton. How cute is that? I thought about keeping it, but I need a medium for sure. So I definitely picked that one up. Marine Layer is still a really popular brand. Sell-through rate and comps are really good, so that was a definite pickup as well. Same day, same thrift store, I found this Escada blazer. This one, I think it's wool and silk. Really good condition, you guys, and they had it priced at only $9.99, which I think was pretty good. I couldn't find sold comps on this exact blazer, but people have them priced anywhere. I found two that are currently listed. One person has it listed at $120, another one has it listed at $220. So neither of them have sold. We'll just see how mine sells. I'm going to show you how I listed it in a second, you guys. Photo Room has these new AI backgrounds that I've been using. I'm going to show you in my computer what I did, but I definitely picked this up. This one had two tiny like pin-sized stains that I did notate in the listing. So there you can see one right there. They're like super small. They look like coffee or something. But let me show you how I listed it because it's actually pretty funny in my opinion. You can see this because of the glare. Not sponsored or anything by Photo Room, but I do love Photo Room. If you'd ever like to sponsor me, Photo Room, I would be happy to take that. Not that they need me to, but they have these new AI backgrounds. They're not that new. I've talked to you guys about these for, I think, like almost a year, but I chose wedding. You guys, it's cracking me up. Look, it's like placing the jacket in a wedding. How adorable. It's just randomly sitting there at the reception dinner. Oh, look, you can see the buttons on the wedding stool. You guys, I need to get it together. This should not be cracking me up as much as it is. I'm actually going to do it. I will report back how this goes. I think this is hilarious. We'll see how this works out. I feel like somebody might be confused, but I just have to try it. So you can probably hear Sesame Street in the background. This is the reality. Working from home, but I'm going to list this leather coat. This, I think it's called a Coach Shearling. It has a long name. Coach Tabby Shearling something. This is vintage. And it is in amazing condition to be vintage, you guys. People are selling their comps are all over the place. People are selling these anywhere from like 100, and I saw a sold comp for up to 225. So I think it really depends on the condition. Elmo in the background is cracking me up. I could have paused the TV. It depends on the condition of yours, but this bag, I was gonna sell it in a live sell, and one of the people that was at the live sale, she told me, I can't remember who said it, but she said that she bought this over 20 years ago, and I think she said she still has hers. I was thinking about keeping it, you guys, but I don't know. This might ruffle some feathers, but I feel like when you have a bigger bust, these smaller bags kind of look like, on me, because I'm a 36 double D, TMI, I don't know, but I don't know, when I actually hold them under my shoulder, I feel like it looks like, not like a third boob, but I don't know. It just makes, I don't know.
I don't know, friends. But like holding it like this, it's cute. I carried one of these. I showed you guys that Jimmy Choo I took on the honeymoon. It's smaller than this, maybe a little bit bigger, and that looked fine, but I carried it like this. Like I don't carry it. Tangent to say I'm not keeping this bag. I want to, but I'm not going to. So yeah. It's really cute, and I'm excited to get it listed. And for it to be, I think this is like 25 years old, maybe 30. For it to be older than I am, wink, wink, it's in great condition.
Thrift store number 4. We are in the hard goods section. I love the hard goods at this thrift store. A lot of thrift stores in Los Angeles don't have a very big hard goods section. Not like this one. Like this one, literally the whole back of the store, the whole side of the store is nothing but hard goods. It's great. I thought about picking this up, but I couldn't find any recent sold comps, so I decided to pass on it. I just thought that it was really cool. I thought it was vintage, but it was not, so I decided to pass on that. And you guys know 2023, 2024, I'm still learning hard goods. I've really upped selling hard goods, but I get intimidated by shipping certain things. It's weird. Like I'll ship glass, no problem, but then with the bigger the item gets, the more fearful I am of shipping it. So I decided to pass on that. This looks like it was made by someone, not home. What am I trying to say? Not a home artist, but like a passion project. I can't think of the word. It was really nice though. Actually thought about picking that up. What in the world is that? I Google lensed it and now I'm like forgetting. It's really creepy, you guys. I don't like it. All right, thrift store number 5, number 6. This is one of my favorite thrift stores in LA. It's Beverly Hills adjacent. It's like 1 or 2 miles from Beverly Hills. It's very big. Clean the lens. On this day, I had the 4-year-old with me. I do not take my children thrifting with me very often because I just can't focus as much. I can't get as much done. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of grandparent help and hubby help, so I don't usually take them thrifting with me, but he actually did pretty good. He made it like close to 2 hours. And on this day, it was like a 50% off sale, or was it a color? I think it was a color sale where all blue tags, I think, were $2. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so I ended up picking up a lot of stuff on this day, you guys. A ton of bread and butter items. A lot of this stuff has already sold. I sold it in live sales. I sold it wholesale. But I ended up picking up close to 45 items on this day. Lots of dresses, bread and butter, like BCBG pieces. What else did I get? A lot of Chico's, J. Jill, and Taylor. I found a ton of J. Crew blazers. This store is actually, most times I come here, pretty organized. You can see they separate things by category and they also separate them by color, which is really nice. But this was a good thrift day. I'm telling you, you want to stick around for the thrift hauls coming up because I found some really awesome pieces. Now I'm going to take you through like a little drive-through of Beverly Hills and give you some tips on side hustles.
Don't worry, you guys. I am at a red light, but I can't believe this Saks Fifth Avenue is closed. I lived in Beverly Hills for 6 years, and this was walking distance to my old house. And I would just come here and window shop. I could not afford to buy anything in here because my Beverly Hills rent was killing me. But and I also used to do mystery shops here. So I actually did a video on side hustles to make extra money. It's kind of old, but it is still very true. Like a lot of the gigs that I did, you could still do today. So I would go in here and act like a normal shopper going to buy, it was mostly the beauty counter. I would mystery shop. And for each mystery shop I completed, I made like $30 and I got a ton of free makeup samples, which I loved because I love that stuff. So it just reminded me to inform you guys about mystery shopping and like my little history of living here. And I'm kind of sad that that store is closed because I used to mystery shop them like a couple times a week, you guys. So I would get $20 a pop for each mystery shop. The most annoying part about mystery shopping is doing the reports. But these like little beauty counter reports, all I had to do was go and like see if they greeted me, see if they offered to do my makeup or give me any free samples. The report would take me for the beauty shops maybe like 20 minutes. But sometimes I would get mystery shops. I'm just giving you a tour of Beverly Hills. I would do mystery shops for like restaurants. One time I did a mystery shop for an airline, and I flew from LA to Portland completely free round trip, and all I had to do was basically critique the takeoff, the landing, and then the flight attendant. I've done some great stuff mystery shopping. So if you're looking to make some extra cash, I will say, the after work can be annoying, especially if it's like a really expensive mystery shop. I used to do these restaurant shops where you could have like a 10-course meal and the food was all free. It'd be a couple $100 of free food, but then the report would legitimately take me 2 hours. So, give and take. It's all about how much is the reward worth the work. So like if you want a 10-course meal for free, I loved it back then because I was spending so much money on rent and I was still working and like paying off student loans and stuff. So like free food now sounds amazing. I just don't want to do the reports, but yeah, so I will link that video down below. But seeing that Saks Fifth Avenue closed was very nostalgic for me because I made so much money doing mystery shops there. Not so much, but hey, an extra $100 a week when you're struggling can like make or break. And I got free makeup. It was great. So I'm kind of sad that's closed.